Welcome back to the Dark Archives. Tonight, we're not just looking at an entity, but at a cultural lineage, a supernatural dynasty that has shaped beliefs across an entire continent for over 2 millennia. We're tracing the origins and evolution of the Yaksha. My fascination with tracing the bloodlines of the supernatural often leads me to entities that refuse to be confined to a single story or culture. The Yaksha is perhaps the prime example. Its earliest known appearances are monumental, quite literally. We're talking about colossal stone sculptures from the Maurya Empire, dating back to the 3rd century BCE, some of the very first monumental stone art in ancient India. From these robust, powerful figures, we see a surprising transformation as these spirits adapted, not just across geography, but across entirely different religious landscapes. In their ancient foundations, Yakshas were deeply tied to the natural world. They were powerful nature spirits, guardians of hidden treasures, forests, lakes, and mountains. Imagine walking through a dense, ancient forest and knowing that the very trees, the very water you sought, could be under the watchful, capricious eye of an unseen entity. These were not deities to be worshipped in grand temples, but spirits of the land demanding respect. Texts like the Mahabharata depict them as formidable, capable of immense power, often testing the moral fiber of those who dared to trespass on their domain. This respect for ancestral wisdom, for the power inherent in the wilderness, shaped the initial understanding of the Yaksha as both a potential benefactor and a deadly threat. What makes the Yaksha truly remarkable is its journey across cultures and belief systems. From Hinduism, where we find figures like Kubera, the plump, jewel-laden king of the Yakshas and god of wealth, they migrated. Into Jainism, Yakshas and their female counterparts, Yakshinis, transformed into devoted guardian deities, flanking the revered images of the Jinnas, protectors of enlightenment. Then, into Buddhism, where they appear as attendants to powerful protectors like Vaishravana, or even as fierce Dvarapala, the gate guardians of temples, particularly striking in Thailand with their bulging eyes and fangs. It's a fascinating study in cultural translation, how a core concept of a powerful, often dual-natured spirit adapts its appearance and role to align with local pantheons and spiritual doctrines. Yet, through all these adaptations, a consistent thread persists. Their association with guardianship, with wealth or natural resources, and often with a test of human virtue or intent. It's almost as if some fundamental energetic signature, some core essence of the Yaksha, resonates across these diverse interpretations. My third eye can almost sense the echoes of these different manifestations, like a shimmering tapestry woven across time and belief. This journey wasn't just geographical, it was also a historical transformation. Over centuries, as societies organized and formalized their religious structures, the independent nature spirits of early India were often appropriated and subordinated. They went from being primal forces to becoming attendants, guardians, or even reborn beings within the larger metaphysical systems of Buddhism and Jainism. The impact of social change, the rise of organized religions, shifted their roles. They weren't just wild entities anymore. They became integral parts of a moral or spiritual order. The famous Yaksha Prashna from the Mahabharata perfectly illustrates this shift, where a malevolent guardian of a lake reveals itself as Dharma, the very embodiment of righteousness, testing Yudhishthira's wisdom and moral compass. This wasn't just about a physical threat, it was a profound philosophical challenge. It shows how these entities, while maintaining their supernatural essence, adapted to become powerful allegories for human ethics and spiritual growth. Their endurance across millennia speaks to their inherent adaptability, reflecting humanity's evolving understanding of the unseen world. Today, while verifiable modern encounters are rare, the Yaksha continues its cultural evolution. You see its legacy in traditional performance arts like Yakshagana in Karnataka, India, a vibrant dance drama directly named after these spirits. In Thailand, the letter Y in the alphabet is quite literally Yo-Yak, using the Yaksha as its illustrative symbol. And in contemporary fiction, like the character Xiao in Genshin Impact, the vigilant Yaksha draws direct inspiration from these ancient guardians. They may no longer stalk ancient forests in the same way, but their symbolism adapts, reflecting modern anxieties about guardianship, power, and the ethical dilemmas of our own advanced world. The ancient wisdom of respecting boundaries and upholding virtue, so central to the Yaksha Prashna, remains a surprisingly effective, even necessary protection method in a world grappling with new forms of power and temptation. The Yaksha's enduring significance across human cultures is a testament to the power of shared myth and the adaptive nature of supernatural belief. It teaches us that entities are not static. They grow, change, and reflect the cultures that perceive them. And in understanding this evolution, we gain a deeper appreciation for the rich, diverse tapestry of human interaction with the unknown. It's a legacy that continues to resonate, reminding us that some spirits are truly timeless. That's all for today's investigation into the shadows. If you want to dive deeper into the dark archives, make sure to subscribe to the Histoti YouTube channel. Remember, knowledge is our best defense against the darkness, and I'll see you in the next archive. Stay vigilant.